So welcome Manisha. Thank you for joining today for the one-to-one session. And you're from Bangalore, right?
Yeah, I'm from Bangalore. Presently settled in Bangalore. Actually, I'm a Bengali. I'm from Kolkata.
Acha, okay.
Yeah.
And
So,
children's age, family,
children, I have two kids. One is 10 years. One is just completed 1 year. And in my family, myself, my husband, and my mother, and two kids. This
lovely,
completes my family. I'm a working
lovely.
mother.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Working
My,
from home or going to office? How is it? How are you managing?
and now,
Mhm.
actually, mine is the central government. So I
I
had to
see.
go to office. But
Okay,
I was on leave, long leave, maternity leave and childcare leave. So I just this 3rd of May I am supposed to join, and presently I'll be continuing as work from home. And let's
great.
see in future.
Hmm. We have to adjust to the situation, whatever is happening. So take care, be protected, and take care. That is so important. And so thank you today for joining this one-to-one
So
session.
actually,
And
my problem related to my elder son.
right. So I'll be recording this session and sharing it on social media. I hope it's fine with you. Is it fine?
Okay, ma'am, no problem.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah, just tell me your issues or me being a parenting coach, having spoken to so many other mothers, and already I've suggested tips to them, which is working with a lot of mothers. So I understand as a mother, let me assure you, I understand some issues are there, some challenges are there. So let me try to help you in my with my guidance, whatever I can give as a solution in this session, we'll be talking about it. So yes, tell me, Manisha. By the way, your name is your son's name, I assume. So Priyabrata is your son's name, right?
My son is from the very beginning. I have noticed that he is very independent kind of a boy. Means
Uh-huh.
he himself alone likes to explore the things. When we shifted to our new residence, no, he was only 3.5, 4 years old. So that time only he used to go out alone and he used to knock the doors. Others, we only didn't know the neighbors. He went to their places, had chit chat, and come back. Like that he was.
Wow.
So now, what slowly, what I am feeling that he's not that disciplined guy. He doesn't have that self discipline also, and if we impose also, he doesn't like it. So
He's 10
this
years old,
problem,
right? He's 10
yeah, now
years
he's
old.
10 years old. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So main problem is that, and I am a working mother. So now I am at home, so I can look after him. Whether he
Mm.
is doing his studies, whether he is doing the extracurricular activities and all, he is eating food or not. But when I'll go to office now, so that time it will be a mess. I know. So I'm
Mm.
worried about that mainly. And my
Mm-hmm.
mother is there at home, so he doesn't listen to her.
She can't manage. She can't. The older generation, they have less patience, and I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
So is it about studies? Is it about waking up? Is it eating on time or everything? What is the issue every day?
Everything mostly. He likes
Okay.
to do his own way.
Mm-hmm.
Like study
Okay.
time, if he likes to draw, he will start drawing. But
Mm-hmm.
if I tell you this is not the time for drawing, it is
Mm-hmm.
time for study, then you get time, then you can draw. Means you can do some other extracurricular activities. That he doesn't like. He likes to do in his own way.
Mm-hmm. What is the study time every day? How many hours does he study after school? I mean, generally.
Okay. Morning his class starts by 9 o'clock. So before that 1 hour study and evening 1.5 hour. That's it. And afternoon he will not study.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I suggest, okay, maybe he can't concentrate for a long time if he is going away to make art or some other work. So break it into 20 minutes. There is this Pomodoro technique for time management. Okay, even it works for adults also, POMODO, Pomodoro. So what is suggested is it's a scientific method of doing some deep work and taking breaks. So only 20 minutes, keep a timer. So these children, is still small, so make it like a game or something. Keep an alarm or a, stopwatch, stop clock. The 20 minutes you'll study and at 20 minutes the alarm will go off. Then he has to do something for 5 minutes. He can take a break for 5 minutes, maybe walk around the house, go to the balcony, take some fresh air, or some other activity for 5 minutes only, and you tell him you should be disciplined. Every 20 minutes you take a 5-minute break, at the fifth minute come back. So that will be a buffer for him in between the two sessions. And after the third session of 20 minutes, he will take longer break of about quarter 15 minutes to half an hour. He can take a break, longer break. So like he'll not
Okay.
feel overwhelmed. Maybe this kid, his attention span, he maybe, I don't know, you can analyze whether he can
Mhm.
concentrate for a period of time. What if at 20 minutes he starts feeling overwhelmed and too much, he'll not be able to concentrate. So if you give that 5-minute break, in that he will again get refreshed and he will come back. So try that
Okay.
Pomodoro technique with him. So there are YouTube videos which kids also can understand. So give that video link to him, let him watch and understand what it is. And gradually, when you start implementing this, he will become self-disciplined if he really likes the technique. And if it
Mhm.
works, these are little kids. So we try different things with them. So one suggestion is this. Let me give you another two, three suggestions so that whatever works you can implement.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Then you ask him, it is like a negotiating deal. This kid is not too small, he is 10 years. So sit with him, his Priyabrata, right? You put his name in the
Yeah,
video
yeah.
also. So whatever his pet name or this name, what you call him, you talk to him. Okay, I understand. First of all, give that understanding to the child. I am on your
Mhm.
side. Okay, I understand. Something is not okay. You're not able to study for half an hour, 1 hour. So you want to do drawing at that particular time. Maybe you're feeling too much of a burden, too much of strain. So first empathize with him. You sit and talk in a different way. Maybe you're telling him, Beta, why are you not studying? This is the time to study. But
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
drawing. You have tried all this. I know, being a mom's coach, have spoken to some moms, and I'm a mom myself, so I know all this. Even I do these things with my son, who is quite grown up. But if we change the tone and the way we talk, the sentences we talk, initially when you approach, they'll become defensive. Acha, mom
Yeah.
is now approaching. Let me prepare my answers. Let me push her away. Let me, make some bahana, or whether it is true or false, we don't know. They'll have a ready-made answer, these kids. So when you approach them, beta, I think it's very difficult for you. That's why you came to drawing instead of studying. I understand. Maybe maths is tough for you. Maybe you don't like English, whatever he's struggling. So first empathize with him. So isn't it interesting for you? Why is it not interesting? How can you make it interesting? How can you make
Mhm.
the subject interesting? What the teacher is teaching, are you not able to understand? Is that the problem? Or did you even I get it sometimes. I'm doing some big work, big chunk of work. If I get stuck somewhere, I don't feel like going ahead, moving ahead. One
Mhm.
particular part when you don't know, when you're working on it, may be a English homework, for example. So he doesn't get the right word or he doesn't understand some concept. That makes him demotivated, so he gets stuck. So understand what is the exact problem in the studies. Talk to him and find a not at that time when he stops the studies. You tell, okay, maybe you're not interested, take a break, play, do the drawing for 10 minutes and come back. So he may be intending to do for half an hour. What you need to do as a mom, you can permit it and ask him to come back after 10 minutes. Okay, I understand you're not able to concentrate at this particular time. So there is no fun or there's no real goal achieved if you are not concentrating and just sitting to study. You're making an effort without the real concentration. So you can advise him, okay, go away, do the drawing for 10 minutes and come back. He may never, in his
Mhm.
mind, he may never want to come back. He's so engrossed in drawing. So be okay with it for now. After 10 minutes, I'll call you. I'll not call you immediately. After 10 minutes, I'll call you. You can come back. That's the second way to approach. Then third way, you
Okay.
you ask him yesterday night, like today night when he is sleeping, tomorrow's routine should be set in his mind. This has worked with lot of moms. Like before they sleep, when the kids are told their routine, at that time they'll agree for everything, right?
Okay.
Normally they agree when you tell before, and they won't say, no mama, I won't study from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. They'll not tell you, they'll actually agree. But you make it very clear to him, morning what is doing, afternoon what is doing, evening what he is supposed to do, what is his play time, what is his study time. Just go through his routine. Tomorrow morning, beta, you'll wake up at 8 a.m., then do your morning course, then sit for studies, and then your online class starts. After that, you play for some time. Of course, you are troubled, like, oh, half a day class will be there, you are totally busy. After that, you need to relax. Okay, you can relax. Then only I'll call you for lunch. Is it okay? Each stage ask him, is it okay? Is it okay? Morning you'll wake up at 8 a.m., right? Then you'll go for, he'll say yes. Next day he may or may not follow. It's okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow night again repeat it. As if you really believe one fine day he will do it. Maybe at the end of 6 days, 7 day, he will understand. And at least one or two things out of that he'll do. So this is the way
Yeah.
we need to push
Yeah.
the child little by little by little, make it imprinted in their mind that mom expects so many things. And every day she's been telling me, third day, fourth day, the child will start feeling bad. Every day I'm committing to mom, next day I'm not doing. They'll feel it. They'll start feeling it. So fifth day, one
Yeah.
small effort they'll do. Notice that and appreciate. Again, fifth day night, you tell him tomorrow, this is your routine, this is your routine. So at that time, no complaining. Okay, for some reason you could not follow this whole day. You do this from tomorrow. From tomorrow. Don't lose that belief. Then any person will feel when other person has so much belief in me, I should at least do something about it. And I have committed to it the previous day. Still, I am not doing. They'll feel bad in their own eyes. They'll start questioning themselves. Why am I not doing? Why don't I cooperate? So you try it, Manisha, it will work because already, especially the time before they go to bed, that 10-15 minutes before that, not in a complaining way, not in an accusation way. Just think that, yes, tomorrow this child will do whatever I tell him now. So tell him and take his approval. Is it okay? Is it fine? Or you want to study at 5 p.m. or 5:30 p.m.? What is it? Tell me correctly. This kind of
Okay.
involving him. Not try it.
And since he's a very hyperactive kind of child, so always he'll be lost in his own thoughts and own kind of activities. So most of the time he'll be losing his books, his pencil sharpeners, because where suppose he's doing some homework or something, suddenly he'll get up and go somewhere, a toilet or a kitchen or somewhere. Again he'll drop that pencil there and come back. Again he'll be searching. So these kind of this forgetfulness means unmindfulness is so much we are bothering about it.
Okay. Okay. Then how does he react when he doesn't find the things? What does he do? When he
Again
doesn't find
searching
his
mode,
pencil.
the time will be
Okay.
spent.
Time is gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
again time will
Okay. Okay. One shortcut for this is especially stationary items. So you told me he is not even, concentrating during the time of study and again coming and sitting for study is a big issue. Get him more. Let him be surrounded with pencils, erasers, lot of them. If one gets lost, he'll find another one. There's a tension-free way. Tension-free way, he'll always sit for studies with 10 pencils and 10 erasers.
No, actually, the why I am telling this is he is not organized person.
Right.
So I want him to make organized person. That is my
Want
motto
him, no?
of
So
this.
now what you are telling him? Why are you forgetting? Why don't you keep your things in
He
order?
accepts. He accepts that he is forgetful.
Okay.
Still, he is not
Okay.
rectifying himself. Maybe
Okay.
later on, maybe we are keeping that hope.
Okay.
Maybe 1 or 2 years later.
Okay. Change your statements, what you tell him. Nowadays, you are a little bit organized. Start with that. Start by
Okay.
telling him, as compared to earlier, you are better now. Isn't it? Isn't he better than last year? You tell me. My question was, is he better than in this organizing his own things? Is he better as compared to the last year, 1 year back, 2 years back?
No, because
No.
before this lockdown means this COVID situation, he was better, I think. Nowadays, he's grown up. His understanding is better, but what I am feeling, he is a means, capsule of energy. So that energy he is not able to show anywhere. So he is showing inside the house. That is why
Oh.
we are suffering so much. This
Okay,
is
he
my
is walking
analysis, one kind
around, he
of.
is misplacing his things. In the house itself is walking around from room to room. So,
Uh, that
yeah.
that energy he wants to burn out. So he is not able to go out and play. So I think more tantrum is more inside the house. That is the thing.
Inside the house.
I feel
Okay,
so.
okay. Okay, forgetfulness, disorganized, and COVID is all together. That's what you feel.
All together.
Earlier
Yes.
to this lockdown pandemic situation, he had a routine, he had a structure, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So he is not entirely to be blamed. Okay. And this situation is also, it's not in our hands. So like one mom was sharing with me about hyperactivity. Like she has a trampoline in the house where the kid can jump around. It is kept indoor. So if you can have some physical activity, suggest some activity where he can, run around whatever space available in the house, keep the furniture to one side. This is a long-term situation now. What we are facing, that we all have to be indoors. So try to see if you can rearrange the furniture, give him some space inside the house, and also put him to some dynamic yoga or online dancing classes, wherever physical activity is involved and what he can do indoors. You just think over. Also, we have our community of Zen Moms Club. Ask them for ideas. There are other moms whose kids are having both hyperactivity and ADHD, so they are dealing with it. So they also may give you some tips. And what that other mom has done, one mom was telling me she has a trampoline in the house and kids will jump around on that. And also you can brainstorm some physical activities inside the house, like I suggested, some yoga postures, stretches, and which will make him physically a bit tired, because he has to put out his activity. That is one thing. And mentally also he seems to be very sharp. You think he is disorganized, maybe his focus is going on too many things at a time. Do you
Yes, yes,
agree, Manisha? Sometimes, you think he is not concentrating on studies. Actually, his mind will be going in 10 different ways. So
yes,
that may
madam.
be the reason. Actually,
Uh,
for this hyperactivity kids, there is a fidget toy. It's called FIDGET, fidget toy. It's available on Amazon also. Like something to do with the hands. Their hands will be always active, right? They just keep.
fidget toy he loves
He
so
loves.
many.
Okay, he's already using. Wow. Okay.
He is fond of that,
Hmm.
and we have bought also for him. But somebody told it is not good for kids, so we were a little afraid whether we should give or not. But he himself also makes at home, and he has a
Oh,
tendency to make
okay.
his own toys himself. So
Wow.
actually, when he was 5 years old, we gave him cycle, but
Hmm.
from the cycle he fell down and he broke his hand also. So we are
Hmm.
afraid. After that, we didn't give a cycle. Now he is
Okay.
telling, "Ki, give me cycle, give me cycle." We are not giving because you had fall, so we are afraid. He is telling,
Okay.
"I'll make cycle then by myself."
Oh, okay. I think you should check with the orthopedist. So, not many questions coming up. Let me take it one by one. So, first, coming to your other question about his disorganized discipline, I was about to say, and we were carried away by the conversation. So, I want to reiterate that you just start appreciating him, telling him the positive words. It may not be so. In reality, you feel he has still a long way to go as far as discipline and organization and keeping things in place, but still you start appreciating that you are better than you were 6 months ago. Let it be a false statement, it's okay. You'll get that positive affirmation and positive thinking that yes, I'm good enough, I can organize myself. That belief has to come in him. So you start telling him you are organized, you are good enough, and you can improve upon this. Okay, what things he's already doing, maybe he keeps his toys away, all that. You tell him you are very organized. See, when it comes to making toys from his hands, without thinking,
Mhm,
without logical step by step thinking, he can't make it. Actually, he has it, he is not giving, focusing on that ability of his. He has the ability, he is not using it. Like it's like
mhm,
kisi ka aankh hai, everything is okay, but if you close the eyes, you can't see. So he has the ability, he is not using it to be disorganized or remembering things. So you can tell him
mhm,
you are very good in organizing. See how well you made the toy. So same way you can actually design your whole routine. If you can
mhm,
design a toy, you can design your routine. You're already good in that. You have the ability. And whatever small things he does well, you tell him use this word. You are already disciplined. You are organized, and upon that you can improve a bit more. You're
okay.
already that. So instead of telling why are you keeping not keeping this in its place, why are you forgetting, tell him okay, you're good enough, you normally remember, but maybe now you forgot, you can remember, don't worry. So just change your sentence a bit.
And one more, this very annoying thing is always he keeps on making sound.
Sound.
Today
Okay.
I sent you one this thing video. No, you see
Right.
how he. So
Right.
very much irritating.
He's
So
a
he.
creator. What I see in your son is he's a creator. He wants to keep on making things with his hand, even about this sound. So you also told me, like he's asking you to get a cycle, but Chucky's hand again, you said many years ago it happened, right? How many years ago
Yeah,
his hand got injured?
1 year, 5 years old that time.
Ah, when he was 5, so it's already five years past that. So children's bones normally they reset. I mean, I'm not an expert, so please consult a orthopedic, doctor and take a X-ray or something. And if he gives a clarity to you that everything is fine, and if he permits, I think you should buy the cycle for him. What he is
Yeah,
asking, if you
no, we
can
have a
think
plan
over.
actually to buy a cycle for him this year. We have a
Ah,
plan.
get the doctor's opinion, then you both discuss with your spouse, and then
Uh,
I think he has waited for 5 years and is demanding, and see the confidence in the kid. If you do not buy, I'll gather money and I'll buy it. So he's so passionate about it. So it is
uh,
all because he wants to be active. So that is a means of him to, have some physical activity. So what he's demanding is a valid demand. So coming to this noise making, let me talk to you. And by the way, I really appreciate that he makes toys. You have also
uh,
sent me videos earlier also that he is already making some toys, assembling the parts and making the toys by himself. That's a very great talent. And then about this noise making, okay. I think one idea is coming to my mind,
it is
Manisha.
because of hyperactivity, madam. What do you
Ah,
think?
yeah, I think so. It is because he wants to draw attention. That is one thing. Always seeking attention,
Yes.
behavior, maybe, and because maybe I'm guessing because you have a younger child, that child is petted. Of course, he loves his brother. There's no doubt about it. But because the younger child normally gets more attention, more pampering, more caring. You need to care for the child, right? Because he is a
Yes.
bit older than the younger child, so he's trying to attract attention, maybe, which is okay to some extent. You bear with it, but yes, I understand it becomes so unbearable. हर समय noise करता रहेगा, so how will I
Yeah.
deal with it? So for that, what you can do is, not a small boy. One Sunday you catch hold of him. I mean, tell him half an hour, 1 hour. We'll do some project, and ask him to Google about noise, sound, varieties of sound. Birds chirping and how the animals make some sounds. Let him understand. Then in that project, through that project, make him understand. I also know that your son is into music and he plays tabla, is a multi versatile talented guy. Usually I appreciate the parents as well as the kid. So then you are encouraging all the talents. So what you
Thank
should do
you.
is already a musician. Yeah, tell
Mhm.
me about this project. You get him to do a project, because I'm a sound healer also. I'm into sound healing. There, I have studied about sound a lot. Okay, I actually
Okay.
take classes about healing, sound healing, and I give the sound healing session. So there's a
Okay.
difference between noise and the sound. The positive kind of sound. So when it becomes noise, it is unbearable. Tell him, he is already a musician. अभी आप सुरीली आवाज में गाओगे. When you sing, it seems so sweet. When you shout, or beyond your normal voice, you go to a shrill voice, then it is unbearable. There's a lot of difference. Same sound. Taking the same sound, what is melodious, what is harsh, you can differentiate yourself. So always create sounds. If you want, play your tabla, play some musical instrument, or do something which is pleasant to your own ears. Ask
Uh,
him to assess. So make it like a project. Normally smaller kids, we can tell stories. Let me share this trick and tip also. With smaller kids below 5 years, you can tell them stories, how it is affecting others, as if it is someone else is doing the same kind of a issue is there with some other kid, and parents are feeling very disturbed because that kid is making noise. Not, instead of directly telling him you are making noise, which you have already tried, which is not working. With a smaller kid, stories work. Okay, stories and imaginary, you can create some characters, same
uh,
situation, same like role play, you can do that. You can tell the child. For older kids, put them to a project. Let them do a project. Let them Google, search varieties of noise, which is harsh, which is melodious. Let them make a list of harsh sounds. Let them make a list of very pleasant sounds. Then they'll come to know the difference. After he makes the project, then let him show to your mother is staying with you, your husband is staying. I mean, your husband is also, when he comes back from office, or let him show this project to him. Daddy, see, I made this project. Then let your husband ask him, so what is harsh
mm,
noise? What is melodious noise? Okay, okay. Which one you like? And obviously,
mm,
the kid will say, this is good. This one everyone likes. Which one everyone generally likes? So, melodious sounds all. So, what are the examples of melodious sounds? So now you're already a musician. So create more and more melodious sounds. So with that, you can attract and be pleasant to all people. You will have a lot of friends. You'll
Hmm.
be a leader in your life when you are around people who like you. So this is
Hmm.
the way we have to create that vision for him. What will happen with good sounds? And when harsh sounds are made, nobody likes it. In general, everyone dislikes. So reduce it as much as possible. So this is the way we can make him self-education. It is called like a self-education. He will analyze, he will discover the better noises, and then you will tell him what to do after that. So you create more pleasant noises. Then whenever he creates this again, if he repeats, you can tell him, beta, you have done a project, right? Which
Hmm.
is desirable, which is not desirable. Now you decide. And एक
Okay.
छोटा बच्चा है घर में, your mom is there, old person, so they will be disturbed. Please reduce the noise. Or really, if you want to do something, tell us beforehand, so that maybe create some. If it is really productive for him, what exactly he does, Manisha? One example can you give?
What kind of noise he makes? Huh?
Mm-hmm. What
Like
hitting? Maybe while making toys, is it hitting with hammer or what is it?
no, no noise in the sense. Suppose he is studying, he's writing
Hmm.
something. In mouth, he'll be making some other sounds, noises like rhymes. He'll be
Oh,
telling all these kind of things.
I understood. It is again because of hyperactivity. And by
Okay.
the way, thank you, Manisha, for sharing so much. See, when any other mom watches this, whatever questions you are asking, she'll feel, yes, something similar is happening with my child. So, from my knowledge, of course, I am not a ADHD expert as such. I am a parenting coach, and because I've spoken to other moms and some suggestions, I have suggested something they are already trying. What is working, they have told me. So, with that experience, the tip I would like to share is this case like fidget toy. Yeah, you asked about that also. Do not stop him. It's not bad per se. That's my opinion. So nothing bad. They need something to keep their hands engaged. So give it to him. That is one thing, because they have their attention at all places. So they need at least something in the hand. And sugarless chewing gum. Okay, that is also one of the thing that children always like to chew or do something with their mouth. So above 8 years,
Okay.
I think chewing gum is okay, because otherwise they may swallow or something sometimes. So above 8 years, it's completely safe. So you can give sugarless chewing gum. Maybe while
Mhm.
studying, he'll have that in his mouth and he'll keep his mouth engaged. I hope this will
Okay.
solve this issue.
So fidget is
You try that.
means I can give fidget to him, right, madam?
Fidget you can give, Manisha. Yeah, that's finger wala fidget. Yeah, even I also have one, like just for my entertainment
Okay.
sake. So this hyperactive kids need something in their hand. It's completely safe. It's
हाँ,
mechanical toy, na. तो ऐसे ही हाथ में हिलाते रहेंगे बस. It's nothing problem.
अच्छा,
So just see,
okay.
implement my measures, it will work. So I take teen mentoring classes also. About 12 years is better, because I feel mom is the
Okay.
best teacher. I believe in it, who can understand the child better than the mom. But sometimes after, when they come to their teens, they do not listen to the parent. They do the exact opposite of what parents say. So I do counseling, coaching, mentoring for teen kids also. That is about 12 years. But if required, you try from your side, you do it. And by the way, I'm not a qualified counselor as such, just like I told you with my experience. And I don't know how, but kids listen to me. They become friends with me and they listen to me, and I can understand their perspective. So if required, I'll take a session for your son. We'll fix that up. No worries. And I hope you have learned a lot of patience and different ways of dealing with the situation as a parent. You must have learned in my 7 days in parenting course, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Actually, I also was very short-tempered. Even my husband also is very short-tempered. But nowadays, after following your this 7 days course and all, I'm reducing my anger. And
Great, great.
daily I'm doing the meditations along with my son also. So I think it is helping me. So
Yeah,
it is very helpful. Your this 7 days course. This is very
thank
helpful
you.
to me.
Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. And you said a very important thing, that I'm doing the meditation with my son also. So this is one more tip of mine. It will help other parents who watch the recording. I advise above 5 years, at least 5-year-old kid, they'll sit for 2 to 3 minutes. So every day you can make it a family practice of just sitting in one place. When we call it as meditation, it seems like a very deep practice, but it need not be. It is just to reach your, your own core center of peace of mind. You just sit with the kid in one designated place every day at the same time. Just for 3 minutes, close your eyes and concentrate on your breathing. Just become aware of your breathing. Once you make it a daily practice, by 1 week you will see huge difference in your own behavior, your attitude, your response to the kid. Triggers happen so many times because you yourself are stressed as a parent. That is one fact. And also the kid, when they do this practice, they'll become like you. Parents talk to me about concentration, focus. Kid is becoming aggressive, not sitting in one place. All these things will improve by 1 week if you start a daily practice of this kind of meditation, of just being aware of your breath for 2 3 minutes. Give the child instructions. When you, as a parent, you sit with the child, this 5-year-old kid may not know what to do. So you give him or her the instructions. So sit comfortably, close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out. Just observe your breathing, focus on your breathing. So keep telling them. Once they learn the practice, even silently, they are able to do. So thank you for mentioning that, Manisha. This practice will help both the parents and the kids if you do it
Okay,
every day.
ma'am,
Yeah.
one more
Yeah, please.
problem is there. Problem in the sense, for while doing the meditation, I sit like cross-legged, how
Okay.
that normal posture. But my
Okay.
son cannot sit in that way. He says,
Okay.
"Ki I have some back pain." He
Okay.
sits that folding both legs, but in the same direction. That is
Okay.
his way.
Got it.
That is
It's called
okay.
Vajrasana, right? That's called Vajrasana in yoga, like sitting on their
Not fully
knees.
Vajrasana,
Huh.
but both the legs will be same
Okay,
direction.
okay. Cross. Okay, okay. Got it, got it, got it. Okay.
Mm.
So, Manisha, it's not any religious practice. Of course, I understand in yoga they call it the lotus posture, and
Mm.
it is ideal for dhyana.
Yes.
I know something about yoga, and I am meditating since more than 20 years. I do very different kinds of meditation. And yes, it is told you have to keep your spine straight. Ultimately, main thing is you have to keep your spine straight. So
Yes.
certain postures are advised, but take it easy. Let the kid sit with the with the support of the wall. For some reason he may be resisting. In all
Mm.
probability, either he's tired because of too much activity. Literally, it may be paining. He's active the whole day, this kid, right? So try
Yeah.
early in the morning when he's more relaxed, if possible. Otherwise, any time is okay. Maybe genuinely he has some pain or ache. And one more thing is, in growing up years, kids do have pain. They have leg pain. The actual body parts are growing. So from my
Mhm.
experience as a mother, seeing other kids also, they have this pains when the muscles are expanding, body is growing. They do have pains. And what I suggest is, it need not be very rigid, religious or spiritual kind of a practice. I
Mhm.
agree, lotus posture is the ideal, but kid is not sitting in that. It's okay. Ask him to take the support of a wall. In fact, I have so many meditations, peaceful, calm kind of meditations, which I advise you lie down on the bed and listen to it. It's my guided meditation. So
Okay.
many such meditations are there, which they are allowed to lie down on the bed and just plug the earphone and listen and then go to sleep. So no problem. I don't see it as a big issue that the kid is not sitting in the ideal posture. Allow him as he is doing, both the legs to one direction. That is also fine. Or let him take the support of a pillow, cushion, sit on a chair and do that is also fine. Okay, even I myself, I have knee problem. I can't sit down for a long time. So I sit on a chair and I ensure my feet are touching the ground to get the energies of the earth, and I do the meditation. Anything is fine, Manisha. No such rigid.
Yeah, I
I
am
don't
also
think that.
allowing him.
Okay.
I am also allowing him because I just want him to be quiet for some time. 5-10 minutes,
Okay.
he should sit quietly. That's it, and
Five
close
ten
his eyes.
minutes he may not sit. It depends. Like if he has already learned the practice because he is so active, I suggest keep it below 5 minutes. Otherwise, he'll start feeling uncomfortable. There's no use in forcing. Meditation, mind should be constant. At least for a few seconds. In 5 minutes, at least few seconds. So after 5 minutes, if he feels miserable, he may not sit for a long time. So give him the comfort of pillows. Keep it 3 to 5 minutes. Start with 3 minutes, take it to 5 minutes, and maintain 5 minutes for at least 1 month. When he is comfortable with 5 minutes, increase it to 7 minutes. Gradually, you
Okay.
can bring to 10 minutes daily practice.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right. Anything else?
No, that's it, madam. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, and your questions will help other moms. And whatever tips I came to know at this time, I mean, what I wanted to share, I've shared. Still, if something else is there, I'll share with you, Manisha. Sometimes,
Yeah, yeah.
some other moms who are in your similar position, they share something with me. Then I remember, yes, Manisha also wanted question. I mean, I had this question, let me share with her. So that is my continuous relationship. Once
Yes,
moms
yes,
reach me, I will not leave you, you will not leave me. So
yes,
we are
yes.
in touch. That's the benefit, right? So we are in
Yes,
touch with
madam.
each other.
Yes, yes,
Right.
madam.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
See you. Bye.
Thank you so much to you. Okay. Bye, madam.